All right, guys, I want to share with you a model that, well, a bunch of people told me I should check out anyway. It's not the first Wise watch that I've checked out. This is the second one, but this is the Hitman. This one's called the Hit13, the Hit13. So it's kind of cool that they name them that way. Like for the Hitman series, whatever hit it is, and then the number. So pretty fun. It has an anthracite dial on this one. There's definitely some pros and cons with this one, but there's way more pros than there are cons, and we're going to talk about that real quick. But 41 millimeter case size, so right away that's a pro for a lot of people. Now it has a larger dial area versus like say like an SKX or something, right? So it's going to present larger on wrist, even though this is a 41 and SKX is like a 42 or more. It's going to just look a little bit. It's going to have more presence on wrist, even though it's a smaller package. So 41 case, 48.5 lug to lug. You can see it's pretty much all brushed except for that polished relief along that edge there, and then of course the bezel. And only 12.5 thick, flat sapphire crystal up top, 20 millimeter lug width. Bracelet tapers down nicely to 16, and a 6.9 millimeter, so almost 7 mil, screw down crown, screw down case back, 200 meter water resist. So as you can tell, all of those things are really good, right? The look, there's other colorways that are awesome too. You know, 120 click bezel, ceramic bezel insert, everything's loomed. It's going to have BGW9 loom, Seiko NH35 movement. These are all really good things when you're looking at affordable micro brands. These are like, this checks all of the boxes. So what are the bads? Well, I think the clasp. I think the clasp needs to be improved. This one's definitely like jingly or something. It's just, it needs to be better. And then, you know, if I'm going to be super picky, I would maybe just improve the bracelet and clasp altogether, even if it meant going with a higher price point. So that's where you run into diminishing returns, because in its current configuration, I think people are going to be more than happy to flop down the $325 price tag that it's currently at on their website. It actually, with that price and all the boxes checked, you're basically probably thinking, yeah, I really don't care about the clasp. I like the price and the watch that I'm getting. Because honestly, a lot of people are going to put this on NATOs or two-piece straps or a one-piece strap, or they're just going to be 100% content with this nice tapered bracelet, which has screw links and has 3 micro adjust. And once it's on wrist, they don't really care about the clasp, right? So let's turn your care down a little bit and turn up the value proposition that you know you're getting, and turn that up. So it's $325, but I also clicked off a few pop-ups on the webpage, which I'll put a link in the description to, because there was maybe like, I clicked them so quick, it might have been like a $5 or a $25 off coupon or something too. So regardless, this is basically like a $300, $325 watch that kind of punches up, I think. So meaning that you're getting definitely your money's worth. And it has a cool name. I like the name. So signed crown. Here's a quick look at the case back. Also has some information there, just kind of fun. Has like the crosshairs on it, and of course their company logo, which is pretty fun. The other thing that's really cool, get this. In the bottom of the box, it's already kind of brought down. So a lot of these companies do these crazy long bracelets that'll fit like up to like an 8 or 8.5 inch wrist. But the majority of us that are going to wear it probably are laying somewhere between, say, 7.5 and 6.5. So rather than having you pull out all of those links, they have the links wrapped up, 4 of them here, down in the bottom of the box. So you can put them back in, but the majority of people probably fall closer to that 7-inch wrist, so it's already currently configured to be much closer than that. It comes with the tool that you're going to need to size it, and it comes with a little pick tool for doing the bracelet, and then it has like this metal looking warranty card, which is not metal, it's just plastic. But I thought that was really nice, because usually you have like a booklet underneath there trying to explain to you how to use the watch, when most people that are going to buy a micro brand like this pretty much already know how to use the watch. But still, maybe I think that might be down in there too, but it's just a quick little explanation. So bezel action, it's actually pretty good. It's nice and stiff, a little spongy feeling, but like no play. Well, maybe a little play, but it's a good, clean, crisp bezel action. No problem there. Did I zoom in? Did we zoom in? Let's take a closer look. So you have a nice polished faceted handset there. Tons of real estate for the BGW9 loom. Slight skeletonizing going on towards the center stack. You can see the second hand there has a nice loomed, I don't know what you call it, loomed section out on the end there. I'm not sure what that shape is going to be called. And then you have a nice applied indices with the 3 o'clock being interrupted by the date cutout window. Nice vibrant, I don't know if you can call anthracite vibrant, but shimmery dial there. And all of them have that kind of dial, whether it's the anthracite, the black, there's a green, I think there's like a black one with a red bezel. There's a few different configurations on it. And thankfully they listed that this bezel insert is actually ceramic, because I get often confused when it looks like this, where it has like a little bit of texture to it. Sometimes those are coated steel, but this one I guess is the actual ceramic. But nice, clean, well-built watch indeed. So let's pop it on my 7.25-inch wrist, and then we'll close out with a loom shot. As you can see, it wears, like if I don't look at it, it feels like a 41 millimeter watch. But as soon as I look down at it, it has such a large dial to bezel ratio that it looks more like almost like a 43 millimeter watch. So, which is going to help it be more legible, but it definitely presents larger than it actually is on wrist, which is kind of a nice little trick, I think. You know, like you deal with like a Doxa. There's some Doxas out there, the sub 300, I think. I forget what model it is. But it has a really small dial, and it's a diver, and it's like a 42 or 43 millimeter watch. But it looks tiny. This is like the exact opposite. So it's so funny how just a little millimeter there, a little millimeter there will really change the look of a watch. It's pretty cool to check them all out, guys. So if you're interested in one of these, I'll put a link in the description. And full disclosure, maybe you noticed it at the beginning of the video, it'll shoot a little pop-up thing that says paid advertisement. All that means is Wise sent this watch in with no expectations of getting a return, meaning that they've given me the watch. So that's all that means. So take it or leave it, whatever that means to you. But if you've watched my channel enough, you know that I focus on the positives of all watches. In this case, I actually kind of put them on blast a little bit with the bracelet and clasp. But, you know, you got to take things into consideration. This is a $300 watch, and it's so well done everywhere else that, you know, much like a Seiko SKX with their really rattly stock Jubilee, we all call it charming. And the reality is that's a pretty janky bracelet, but it's still kind of charming. This one doesn't fall into the charming category, but it definitely falls into the category of like, that's okay because this part is awesome. So let me kill the lights. Yeah, tons of BGW9 loom on this. Super legible, very bright. One of the brighter BGW9 watches I've actually handled. So thanks for watching, guys. Big thanks to, I'm not sure how to say his name. I'm going to call him Pat because I don't want to butcher your name. But Pat